And so I wanted to share this, and I'll probably do a post on it a little bit later. Raw Dog, these guys are in Europe. Don't worry about the setting or what they're doing. Remember the basics, because this guy met a girl from Saturday's spa party, one drink by the river and a scooter to mine. Okay. I can only imagine where this guy's probably in Europe. It's somewhere, maybe Poland. Don't hold me to that. Again, the US and Europe are a little bit different on their language. Like if you see Mummy, it's almost always British. But basically, long story short, he's got a three pages here, and it's a good story. You want to read lay reports. You want to read where guys met a girl and moved her from complete stranger to naked and in his bed. And that's exactly what this is. And when you start reading these and you find them, and this is from a day gamer, there's certain universal rules that you almost start seeing the same sentences, same situations, same everything, because girls are predictable. And with this one, the gentleman was out the night before. He met her at a club and got her number. He set up a date for the next day. All dating, it doesn't matter where you find them. If you find her online, you meet her on the street, you meet her at the gym, you meet her at the poolside, you meet her through a friend, it doesn't matter, because all of these things start on that first date. That's why guys that are shitting on online dating, it doesn't matter where you meet them. You want to get them in front of you. So the next day, he gets her in front of him in the evening. And basically, and you should read this, he didn't drop a bunch of money, one drink. And he says, hey, let's take the scooter for an adventure. And I like that. I mean, again, you've got to know your game. You need to be good at talking to girls. But again, one drink helps loosen her up. And logistics, he's already thinking about logistics. Hey, let's take the scooter. We can go by my apartment. And she's like, no, I don't think so. And she says explicitly, I don't want to have sex with you. And in the US, you'll normally hear, hey, we're not having sex tonight. I just want you to know that. And they'll show up. Like that'll be the first thing out of their mouth. She's already thinking about having sex with you. You will see this over and over in lay reports where the guy goes, and then she told me she wasn't going to have sex with me. And he ignores it because she's already thinking about having sex with him. So he basically walks you through where he says, okay, well, we won't go to my place, but he goes towards his place. So it's nice and close. And then when they get off to walk, basically a walking first date after a drink or two, he's walking her past his door and then turn around, then walking past. So that way, as he's physically escalating, he's right there. And then he gets her inside and they bang and all is well in the world. But it's the funniest thing is because you see this girl, not only was she shaved and ready to go, she banged him on the first date. She probably had known him maybe 2 or 3 hours. And then she closes with I haven't had sex in 7 years. And they all do that. It's usually the rule is 2 years. And at least in the US, she'll tell you she hasn't had sex in 2 years, even though they just had sex with you within the first. I mean, you're sexy and you're a happening guy, but there's a good chance. There's a very good chance she has had sex in the last 2 to 7 years, especially if she just had sex with you within hours of meeting you. But you will see these things repeating themselves. And there's so many rules. Reading through this lay report, and I'll kind of break it down a little bit more because it's good stuff, is again, the man sticks with the basics. He's not chit-chatting a bunch on text. He's like, hey, let's meet up here. She says, okay. And then he's moving her logistically to where they can have sex. And then he closes the deal. And there's a little bit of last-minute resistance, at least before they get to the apartment. That's normal. There's always going to be a little bit, and he just keeps rolling with it. He just keeps going, keeps moving, doesn't take anything she's saying seriously. And that may be the key to this lay report is never take them seriously. Never take anything a girl says seriously. because she's saying all kinds of things while moving towards sex. And then even afterwards, she's like, I haven't had sex in 7 years. You're like, okay. So anyway, that's why lay reports are good to go. And you need to know, and I've probably read thousands of them, and they all tend to look the same over time. You're like, oh yeah, yeah. And it's very straightforward. But so many things, again, there's so many golden rules here that you read through there, you go, don't listen to what she's saying, watch her actions. Ignore what she's saying. And you can pretty much ignore it. These are shit tests. You can ignore it. And he doesn't seem like one for like lots of banter. He's just moving her to sex. Very practical. And this is how this works. But again, and then at some point the girl will say, I never do this, or I haven't had sex in 7 years, even though she just had sex with you, a stranger, within the last, 2 hours. So that's the lay report. And that's probably the best thing I've read this morning. So I wanted to share it, and I'll probably put a tweet out a little bit later. And if you like this video, like it, share it, comment below. And I will be back here at 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. We're hitting it right 34 minutes, and I want you to have the best Monday and have a great day.